So today I'm going to talk about senioritis and senior projects, and if you live in the Edmonds School District, you should know what I'm talking about. This is you as a kindergartner, and you have to go through elementary school, middle school, and high school in order to become this top-notch, ready-to-graduate senior. But that, my friends, is 12 plus years of schooling, which is really crazy. And this is me in kindergarten. I was about 6 at the time. I'm not entirely sure, so don't get on my back about it. And please don't make fun of my hair because it really did look like that when I was a kid. But you know, you're really excited in kindergarten. You're like, oh yeah, I finally get to go to public school. It's super awesome. But thankfully over the years my hair and my views did change. I was homeschooled, but I still had to take the awful WASL test. It was really easy, and also the HISP test. And yes, I did call it an STD because it did sound like one at the time. I also had to take this test in high school. It was a math test, and it was really frustrating, and it was called the EOC, also known as the end of course exam. But lucky for me, I ended up getting a standard on it, and I just made it. And I was super excited, and that was like a big accomplishment for me. But on top of the WASL, the HISP, and the EOC have a ton of homework and a ton of extra after-school activities. And school just stops being as fun as it used to be in kindergarten. And you might get a little tired and irritated, and you just want to get out of high school. And as seniors, we have a ton of stuff to do on top of all that stuff, which is like applying to colleges, finishing up our standardized tests, just in case we didn't pass them, and our senior project. But I'll talk about that later, because it's a whole other point. But as seniors, you kind of just want to hang out with your friends because you might not be seeing them for a while after you're done with high school, and they might be going to different schools, and you kind of get a little sad about it. And if I had to give a definition of senioritis, it's just ready to be done with high school because you're just so done with everything. And some teachers don't really understand. Like, I will not do an assignment one day and I'll be like, oh, can I turn it in late? And my teacher gets all up on my back like, you didn't do this little assignment? It's super easy. Like, it take you 10 minutes at home. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I was working on senior project stuff all night last night, and I didn't get a ton of sleep, and I'm really tired, and I've been doing a ton of work just in order to graduate. And I imagine myself pulling my teacher against a wall and freaking Kamehameha up in the school district like a boss, okay? And seniors will always have senioritis. And for underclassmen, it's a proven fact. My next point is the senior project. And you have these tests you have to take. Some you have to take several times. And on top of that, you have 12 years in prison, school. And on top of all of that other stuff, you have your senior project. And you're probably asking, what's a senior project? And it's 40 plus hours putting a product together. And I'm doing a graphic design one, but I won't go into detail about that now. And this project is required of you to graduate. If you don't do this project, you're pretty much screwed for graduation. And plus the 12 years of schooling, you're kind of proving yourself worthy to graduate. And the school district applies, yeah, you are. You're totally proving yourself worthy. And I have cried my fair share of tears while doing this project. And I often cry out, what do you want from me, Edmonds School District? And do you want 40 pounds of my tears? I can totally supply you with that. Or do you want a pound of my flesh? I'll cut myself open in order to get that. And I just imagine myself walking into the board of directors, pulling out my Kamehameha up in the Edmonds School District board offices. And I think that senior projects are pretty much pointless unless you're getting real-world skills from them, like I am. And I just think that senior projects are a hassle, and they're kind of annoying to do, in my opinion. And it's just annoying, and 12 plus years of education shouldn't be enough.